maybe even a little bit last week, but now kind of our first time seeing it. This room has really seemed to elevate, and you guys elevate each other. Just what type of pride do you take in kind of the way you guys push each other, and just how high do you think this group can go?
Well, I mean, the sky's the limit. And I know everybody says that, but I really mean that. This offense has a lot of moving parts. When I talk to guys on our team, like the defense and lunch and stuff, they'll tell me all the time, they're like last year you guys lined up 60%, I kind of knew what the play was. This year, I got no idea. They say it's a shot in the dark. So, I mean, I think with the scheme, and then not only that, too, I think it fits the RBs well in terms of, how we want to attack people. It fits Coach Spalding's mindset of what he pushes on us perfectly as well. I mean, some of the RBs got a little bit of nicks and bruises, but, it's all part of the camp experience.
With the skill set you guys bring, too, how exciting is that, knowing that there's not one way that Wisconsin's going to attack you on the run?
Oh, I mean, I think it just makes it exciting for everybody, including the quarterbacks, including the receivers. I think if you can run the ball effectively, especially with different players, that keeps not only the players that run the ball healthy, but it also opens up the pass game, opens up certain run lanes, it opens up everything. It causes defenses to play a certain way so that you can attack them different ways on the offense. And honestly, that's exactly what we want to do. But like I said, number one, though, you got to establish the run, and I think that's definitely going to be our priority this year.
Can you break down each skill set that even including yourself, what each back brings to this brings to the field?
I mean, number one, I'd say physicality. I'd say all three of us bring a intense level of physicality. I mean, obviously some of us weigh a little bit less than others, but I mean, in terms of physicality, pass protection, I think the room has to take a little bit more steps. In pass pro recently, we started out really hot, but then, kind of things start to slip up a little bit. It's the nature of the beast. It's not like riding a bike. We got to get a little bit back at it. But in terms of physicality, speed, explosiveness, I mean, I think pretty much all backs fit that level of intensity that we want here and the level of intensity that's going to take to run the ball successfully in the Big Ten.
Seems like these last couple of practices, especially the run game's really picked up. There were a lot of really nice runs today. What's gone into that? What are you seeing that's maybe kind of helping this run game, elevate and become even more productive?
I think honestly, it's just doing it over and over and over and over again. Guys aren't, we're being smart with communication, whether we're doing timber calls or gang calls, which I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's, if we're anticipating pressure on the defense, we're communicating well, we're being in sync, and not only that too, I think guys are starting to play a little nastier, starting to play a little bit more of an edge. You don't want to cross that edge to where you're hurting your teammates, but obviously you want to play with that edge to where you go right up to that line, kind of impose your will, I guess, and that's kind of what we're trying to replicate every single day, so in the game it becomes second nature.
Apologies if you were asked about Dylan already, but he's had a really strong start to camp here. I'm wondering what you've seen from him, what stands out about this game.
For right now, what I'd say for Dylan is pretty much just, I'd say he's starting to be more of a leader. He's starting to be more of a vocal leader. I'd say more in the spring, it was more just me and Grover. But I'd say right now he's starting to talk to the guys more, elevate the guys more, which is honestly great. I mean, the more leaders you have, the more guys that kind of bring that spark into the team. The more the whole room is going to elevate and the standard's going to keep growing. So if I had to pick anything, I'd definitely say his leadership's starting to definitely rise.
Hey, speaking of leadership, that was one of the first things Coach Spalding said about you here this fall. Was that kind of one of the areas where he challenged you after the spring, or was that just something that kind of came after?
I don't really know if it was a challenge. I think it was more this. We talked about it kind of this January, and when we talked about it, it was kind of just this is what I have to do. He already saw me fitting that role. I was kind of already starting to fill that role a little bit towards the end of last season. So it was just more the fact that he just told me what I had to do, and I did it. I try to push guys every day I can, including myself. I tell the running backs all the time, not only running backs, but also guys in the team, specifically the offense, because I spend more time with the offense than the defense. But love is ultimately a choice, and what I mean by that is it's you got to choose to love the game, choose to love stretching, choose to love when we're doing sprints at the beginning of practice, choose to love the difference, all the drills that tire you out to so you can't breathe. Choose to love those drills so you get the most out of them.
What do you see your role being? Obviously, you still have to carve it out and coaches decide, but there's a lot of talent in this room. Where do you feel like you can fit in here with a group that obviously includes Darian and Dylan?
I mean, I think right now, all three of us are legitimately going to play and get a lot of reps. I feel like I could suit every down that they need me for. I'm still on the punt team. I'm still returning kicks on kickoff return. But I just feel like I'm going to be that complete all-around back that gets the job done whenever his number's called.
What's this fall camp told you about what you guys can possibly accomplish in the trenches this season, now that you're going up against a bigger, stronger defensive front than you were last season, and obviously you guys had a couple practices here where you've been able to control the line of scrimmage?
I would say in terms of something that this offense has proved to me is in terms of like controlling the game. What I mean by that is like controlling the clock. I feel like we did not do a very good job of that last year. That obviously that goes with running the football, and I know I keep saying that, but I mean in terms of controlling the game, controlling the clock, the game's running on our tempo. I feel like when we can really establish the run and have those methodical drives, play after play after play, that's something that I've seen this offense do pretty positively this camp so far, and I pray we continue to do it throughout the season.
I know you guys haven't done a ton of, I don't think any kind of moving the ball quite yet in a real scrimmage, but what do you think your effect, the running backs and the offensive line collectively could have on the rest of the team, just maybe taking the burden off the shoulders of Billy, limiting pressure, taking away the crazy number of third and longs you guys saw last season?
I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is just energy and momentum. I mean, if you got backs that are hitting the hole hard, that are exploding into people, causing violent collisions, I mean, I feel like that not only gets the fans jumped up, that gets the players jumped up. And defensively, like guys on defense, even though they're sitting on the bench getting coached up, they'll look on the jumbotron and they'll see one of us smash into a guy. They're like, oh heck yeah, you know what I mean? So I think in terms of energy, momentum, I feel like that's another thing that we kind of bring to the game more this season than we have before. And I want to keep pushing that. That's on me as well.
Is that physicality sort of acting like an identity for you guys as a room?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like that's, number one, that's what I think Wisconsin, as this program's been throughout the years, and not only that right now, I feel like physicality is definitely our MO, and that's kind of what we want to live by, and that's, we want that to be our number one.
Shoulder good?
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, how's your shoulder doing and all that?
So I got hit today in a team run. Felt it pop out a little bit, crunched, but luckily I was kind of able to just crunch it back in. So I took 4 Advil, 4 Tylenol, blowing up the painkillers, but hopefully tomorrow will be better. We'll see. I was able to finish it.
What stood out to you about Darian and where he's at right now after getting some reps a year ago as a freshman?
I'd say his confidence level. I think he's growing more in his confidence. I think he's starting to learn more about the game. I feel like when he first came in here, as a freshman, it's hard to really pick up on the little things, like when you're in pass protection, like kind of anticipating pressure and stuff. I feel like he's getting better at that. It's just, I think he's growing more in the mental side of the game as opposed to just, going out there and playing ball.